morning everyone, and welcome back to the Pierce Family Channel. If you're new here, my name is Jade and I'm mom to 8.5-month-old Isaac. And today I want to talk about mom guilt. It starts before you're even really a mom. The moment you make the first decision about your child and their future, you will be overwhelmed with mom guilt. Pregnancy and postpartum hormones obviously make this much easier. Being a mom is hard when breastfeeding in public is seen as offensive, but formula feeding is frowned upon. When co-sleeping is dangerous, but rocking your child to sleep is wrong. When sleep training means you don't love your child, but not having them on a schedule means you have no control. When putting your child in a bouncer is detrimental to their development, but holding them too much is spoiling them. When being a stay-at-home mom means you've given up on your career, but putting your child in daycare and going back to work means you'll miss out on all the important things. When you're trying to be confident in motherhood and everyone tells you exactly what you're doing wrong. Sure, for most of these there are a third or fourth option, but this is what it boils down to in its simplest form. And in that way, all of it is really true. A lot of mom guilt comes from society, but that doesn't mean a lot of mom guilt doesn't come from yourself too. Google mom guilt and hundreds of personal stories will pop up instantly. It starts but doesn't end with a decision that will have implications on me physically and emotionally. The implications that decision will have on my baby. How I can make a decision and not be sure I won't regret it later. What kind of mother I would be to a newborn and what kind of mother I'll be in the long term. How I'm already being judged for everything I do and how that judgment is just going to get worse as time goes on. And how those judgments will make it impossible to know whether or not I'm doing a good job. One of the biggest things I've felt guilty about since Isaac's conception was expecting him to be a girl and finding out he was a boy. But along the road of those last months of pregnancy, calling him by his name, decorating his nursery, buying clothes for him, I got so excited to have a son. And he is the best child that I could have hoped for. He was the one I was meant to have. And I am hopelessly obsessed with him. But last month, when I found out we were having a niece instead of another nephew, I got so mad at myself because I was jealous without really knowing why. Of my two closest friends from college, one of them has a little girl who just turned 1 and the other is pregnant and due in November with another little girl. And I didn't feel jealous either time I got the news. I only felt so excited for them. But last month, it struck a nerve. And I didn't know why. And I promise I was feeling guilty about it the entire time. I have a son I love. And I know that when we try again, if we find out we're having another little boy, I'm going to love him just as much. And I'll be so excited for Isaac to have a brother. But in this instance of mom guilt, I think I spent enough time in my head to figure out why I was feeling guilty in the first place. When I was 9 weeks pregnant with Isaac, I lost one of the most important people in my life. The person that I had easily been closest with since childhood. I had lost the ability to make new memories as a part of a mother-daughter relationship, and I wanted it back. But I think it just goes to show you that you can feel guilty about something because you care about it. I like to think that worrying about all these things is a good sign. There will always be regrets to learn from, and they will always make me a better mom because it's a learning process in every stage. When it boils down to it, bad parents just don't care about any of that stuff. I think it's important to keep in mind that you can always tell when someone is doing the best they can. And to remember that all you need to know is that your child loves you and isn't comparing you to any other mom or any idea of societies of what a perfect mom should be. Our babies will love us no matter what, and that's what matters. And besides, your kid is gonna end up talking about you in therapy one day anyway. That's all I have for today, guys. If you have any examples of parental guilt, make sure you leave them in the comments below so we all know we're not alone. Make sure you subscribe to our channel to become a member of the Pierce family. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.